4, 3, 2, 1. Trying something different. Maybe madness, we're calling this. Hello folks, and welcome to a brand new video by me, Tactical Max 7 on YouTube. I have been playing about with this over the last couple of weeks, and I think I finally got it to a point that I like it. You know, I put a video of the 4141 that had the half wingers in it. I really like the way, I always have this year, the way the half wingers, if you get it right, they don't get marked properly by the AI. And it's something we noticed quite early on. So I've kind of tried to bring that into this. Now, the biggest problem with it was that EA just didn't really release enough players that had good half winger playstyles. We didn't get the role plus, not playstyles, the roles. But now we have these guys that have all the roles. It makes it kind of really viable. So this one, I've been testing a lot in between playing the beta. And the key players in this for me are Stoichkov as a centre mid. Really, I think he's really cheap now. Good way to pick up his card. It's like 100k if you've not packed him. Neymar, but you could use any other. This is an Evo Neymar, but you could use anyone in this sort of position. Someone with really good dribbling and passing and shooting, obviously. And then your two fullbacks, because again we've got them on false back like we did in the last formation. And we're kind of going down that same train. We're doing false backs and we're doing half wingers and we're doing moving the AI around the place because we just want to try and confuse them now. People are sticking to such a structured 4-2-1-3 that if we go with a more fluid formation, more fluid tactic, it tends to kind of throw the AI about the place. So we'll get into the tactics. I called this maybe madness because I just didn't know if it was going to work. So let's get into it. We have the 4-3-2-1. We have build-up style counter, and again, this is the best build-up style you can have in the game. It moves your players automatically. So if you're really good at the game and like triggering runs and stuff like that, then by all means go with balanced. But if you like your player, the AI just kind of start moving in the way you want them to move, the way you've set them up to move, then counter is best. Defensive approach is high. I just like high. Again, if you're finding yourself getting countered because your false backs are out of position, then go to balanced. I'll explain a little bit about the false backs when I get to them, how they work for me and what you should be looking to do with them. Then we get into the player roles. We have our striker on poacher, and that's because they are you'd think because it's a narrow formation, they're going to have lots of support from the cams. It plays differently to that. So you want them to be on the last line. You want them to be on the shoulder of the last defender, and you want them to take up those really good positions that poacher does. I just love poacher. I think poacher, the movement of it. I love having an advanced forward and a poacher and a double attack. But again, it's up to you. If you don't like poacher, if you're finding that they're too high up the park or they're not in the position you want them to be in, try advanced forward. But I like poacher. Our two cams, so they're both on half winger. Now the reason we put these guys on half wingers is they're not going to act like cams when we have the ball. Only when we have the ball. When we have the ball, they're going to split. And hit the mic. They're going to split and they're going to go. Ginola will go left and Neymar will go right. And what they do is they pick up a position slightly narrower than a winger. The AI just does not recognize them as a winger. So I think what happens when you get into a game in this formation, the AI is like, right, okay, the cams are here, so the responsibility of marking the cams is the central defenders. But when we put them on half wingers, the responsibility has to transfer over to the fullbacks. Doesn't though. The fullbacks see them and recognize that they're there, but they don't mark them the same. So if you get the ball to Stoichkov, Bellingham, or Vitinha, you will see that these guys are just sitting there in about 10 yards of space. And loads of times, because I've got the two wide centre mids on playmaker and attack, they're the ball carriers. They get really far forward. And what they'll do is they'll slide balls down with a through ball down the outside of the fullback. And then your half wingers, they just like beeline in a diagonal to goal. And then you've got a nice wee cut back into the poacher. it's a really effective way of breaking that back four if someone's sitting with a four back with central defender defend and fullbacks defend. So that's what I would encourage you guys to do. Get the ball to your centre mids, let them attack, let them push into that cam position, and then slide the ball down the outside of the defence and then cross the ball in or drill the ball in. Or another really good thing to do, and I'll talk about this more in FC 26, is if you drill the ball into the feet of your cams when they're wide and you do an instant skill move. Now, not all of us do this, and I've only started doing this recently, but if you do an instant fake shot, an instant elastico, or an instant heel to heel, as the ball's about to touch your foot, your player will do it instantly and it throws off the opponent. It's a higher level thing. The easiest one to do is the fake shot. Drill the ball into your foot and do a fake shot as you're collecting the ball. It reduces any bobbling of the ball, and it just puts you on a really good footing. I will get back to doing footage again in FC 26. I know these videos are a bit just me talking at the moment, but I will get back into me doing footage of these things working. I'm working on how to do it properly again. So your central midfielder is your holding midfielder. They're on holding and defend. They will naturally sit deeper, and when you have the ball, they will take up a position of a CDM in a 4-3-3-2. And you'll see that on the radar, and then you'll feel it in game. So someone that's really good at passing and really good at defending. Now, your false backs. This is... how do I describe these guys? Because we're now using ball playing defenders in this tactic. Now, these can change to centre back defend if you want, but I have them on ball playing defenders because they will naturally take a slightly higher position in the game. They'll be more aggressive, and when they do that, your false backs will push higher up. So what you'll find is you'll have Bellingham with the ball, and you'll pass the ball to the left or right, and you'll be passing it to your false back. They are so involved in your midfield play, and that's what we want. We want them really involved in the midfield play, because if they're involved in the midfield play, then it means you have these three guys and these two guys really attacking. And this is a really attacking, fun formation. Really good for all the really high-level cards we have now. You see how it looks? It looks different. You can see even on the graphic how wide the half-wingers are, and then in-game you'll see they will be there. I always see them on the outside of the 18-yard box, like left and right, which is great because it means you're pushing back the defence. With your false backs, don't panic when you pass the ball and all of a sudden you see Zambrotta or Zanetti with the ball at their feet. They're good enough to pass, they're good enough to dribble, they're good enough in that position. They can play midfield. And that's kind of what you need. You need fullbacks that can play midfield. Now, if you lose the ball, do not lose the ball from these guys. Do not pass the ball to your opposition from a false back or a defender, because you will be all out of position and you'll be struggling to get back into defensive shape. If you're going to lose the ball, make sure it's your striker or your cams that have lost the ball. If you do that, your defense will get back into that flat back four before your opposition gets into your final third. Once you've lost the ball from your attacking players, you're grabbing Bellingham, you're grabbing Bellingham, Vitinha or Stoichkov, and you're bringing them back and you're defending with them. Only switch into your defenders at the last moment, like we've done all year. Get good at that because you'll be doing it next year again as well. Grabbing your central mid and just dragging them back. That's how you want to defend this. Pinged balls into your cams, run with your centre mids into the open space, and then through balls down the outside of defence to your cams, or drilled balls into your poacher's feet. Fake shot as soon as you get the ball, and it'll open up space. Yeah, I wish I could show you that. It'd be so much easier. I need to start recording these gameplays again. Have a go with this. Let me know what you think. I love this again. This and my 4-1-4-1 are my favourite formations at the moment. It's different. It's unique because it's different. When you're playing the 4-2-1-3, like I said with the 4-1-4-1, some games you'll win, some games you'll lose. I win more now with these two formations than I did, but really good mechanic breaking players, which there are a lot of in the game now, they will just do the repeated thing over and over again. And if they do the same pattern of play 10 times, they're going to score at least once. It's just the way this game is. I'm just trying to have fun in it. I don't care about Rivals or Weekend League or anything anymore. We have an infinite pack grind. If you want packs, you just do the infinite grind. Now it's just about having fun. So give this a go and let me know what you think. Hopefully it works for you guys. And I'll work on something else. Got a couple of things I'm working on. And remember to check out the website, the tacticalhub.io. I'll leave a link in the description. This tactic's up there along with all my other ones, and they will be there all through FC 26. So please drop by, have a look, see FC Pirates tactics and see Quick Rage's tactics. They're all up there too. We've got the tactics builder, which Pirate has been working on, and we're working on a whole load of new things for next year to engage you. We've actually got a whole load of things that are really exciting, and I can't say anything about them because I promised I won't say anything about them. But yeah, if you're fans of FC and FIFA and you've been playing it for a long time, the things that we really want EA to produce, that's kind of what we're focusing on, making fan-led versions. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. You'll enjoy it. Anyway, only play this game while you're having fun. Play something else if it's not fun, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.